So how to succeed at SOC 2? As I mentioned, it is not a certification. It is not a check the box examination. It's an examination of how your business functions all of the time. So it's not, especially the type 2. Obviously, the type 1 is a point in time, so it's are your controls designed as of today. But a type 2, which is what most people are looking for when they ask for your SOC report, it is over the period of time. So it's not check the box. Your security controls need to be functioning all the time. Your service that you're providing, it needs to be available all the time, especially if it's a cloud-based service where they're coming to your website. They expect your website to be up all the time. You should always be performing your controls. So the big difference between, or the only difference between, what you're doing today and what you'll be doing in 6 months when you're in the middle of your SOC 2 examination period, or even if you have your SOC 2 issued, is the maintaining of the evidence. So today you should be performing security controls. You should be doing, background checks on your new hires. You should be onboarding them appropriately and giving appropriate access that's limited based on their job needs. You should have firewalls and be performing backups. That should be happening now. So the difference between today and 6 months or a year from now, when you have your SOC 2 report, is that in a year from now, you're going to understand what evidence you need to store and maintain to prove that your controls are adequately functioning. So a SOC 2 is a confirmation of how you operate all the time, not just a one-time examination or certification. And so that's how you succeed, is perform your controls. So as we mentioned, the steps, there's the planning. There's an old saying that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. That applies as well to a SOC 2 examination. So you plan the process, you go over, you do your gap assessment. What policies and procedures are you missing? What controls do you not have in place? Maybe what monitoring applications or software or security. If you've tried to get cybersecurity insurance anytime in the last 6 months, you're probably highly aware that two-factor authentication is essential, and that's one of the controls that will be tested as part of a SOC 2. And if you don't have it, it's not the end of the world, but we're going to look at those gaps. So, a preparation engagement with databrackets or somebody else that's helping you is going to look at those gaps and say, hey, these are some gaps that you're missing. That the auditor is going to be looking for, implementation of the remediation plan, and then retesting of these controls. And then you go into your audit period where you're performing the controls, you're storing the evidence, you're maintaining and monitoring your own controls. And then the audit period ends, or the examination period ends, and then the audit takes place where the auditor, BRC, or the independent CPA, is going to look at all that evidence that you've provided and verify, confirm, or attest that your controls are designed appropriately and operating effectively, and that your system description meets the description criteria. All right, and so that's the quick way to succeed at SOC 2.
For more information, click on the link below or visit databrackets.com.